Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate you guys being here. So I'm in the car. We're going to keep these videos rolling out. You know, consistency is key. If you hear any outside noise, please excuse me. The car windows are up. It's cold here, but you know, you may hear some cars. But again, I want to be consistent. That's what I'm always talking about here on the channel. When you're trying to do anything when it comes to your finances, you have to find a way, right? One of the things I learned, just a side note that I learned when I was in therapy, was that there's a difference between making excuses and having a legitimate reason. And, you know, I could have just easily said, you know what, I'm not going to film much videos because, you know, I have to do them from the car. But a lot of you like the realness of that. It helps you to see that, you know what, you have things going on in your life too, and you like the consistency that I bring. I mean, even if I was filming in a back alley somewhere. And that's the approach I take to our finances, and more so investing. So let me know what you guys bought last week when it comes to your investments, or let me know what you're looking to buy this week. So we have, like, I think it's 2 more paychecks this month. So we get paid on the 15th and then on the 30th. So that's 2 more before the end of 2023. And our plan is simply just to continue to dollar cost average into the securities that we already have, not really buying anything new. I know that was a question that I got, was, were we going to buy anything before the end of the year? No. Anything, we're just going to build up our current share sizes because we like to get those higher dividend payments. And this year, like, is our biggest dividend year ever, especially when it comes to our taxable accounts. So I've been talking about that often on the channel because that's a strategy for us when it comes to retiring early, is access to the taxable accounts. Keep in mind, we still do invest in the 401k. I do 401k updates every quarter. So you will have one probably either the end of this month or early January, where I will bring up the statements. I will show you guys all of the fees we paid, dividends that were received, any matches that were received, all of that, like growth, things like that, because it's so important to invest long term. But again, for short term retirement, like retiring early, you know, we're trying to build up the taxable accounts. So we did get SCHD's payment today. Yes, today is payday. So that adds to our best year ever when it comes to dividends. So you will see right up on your screen in our Interactive Brokers account. It's about $371, which is amazing. So when you divide that up in terms of like over 3 months, just to see like if it paid out monthly, how much will we get? A little over $100. And that's what I'm trying to really measure when it comes to the dividend investing, like not just investing in dividends just to be investing in it, but rather looking at how will we be able to live on this money when it's time for us to do so. And so, like, you know, just seeing that, okay, if we got the SCHD payment, which pays out every quarter, then we would kind of divvy that money out over 3 months, so that, you know, we can live on it responsibly. These are some of the things I'm thinking about for, you know, a couple of years in the future. And it's definitely some of the things that you all should be thinking about in the future as well. Now, I'm not a financial advisor or fiduciary, but you guys know I stay coming with the receipts. So we have 500 shares in SCHD. Now, our entire dividend will be dripped or like reinvested. Now, if you want your dividends reinvested automatically, you actually have to tell the platform to do it. So we have ours with Interactive Brokers. So we have to go into the settings and actually manually turn on the drip button for our securities. You have to do it in Robinhood, Vanguard, all of the brokers that you use. You actually have to manually tell it to do that. Now, I don't think any of them will automatically do it for you. Let me know if one does it automatically, but from my memory, you know, but things can change. Things can change all the time. But, you know, from my memory, you have to actually manually tell it to do it. But that $371 in terms of a dividend from SCHD will probably get us maybe 4-ish shares, which is amazing. Like, literally, our dividend is buying us more shares of the fund. Now, I talk about SCHD often on this channel. I love SCHD. It's my favorite dividend ETF. Now, my favorite ETF of all time is VTI. It's like insanely diversified. My special needs son has VTI. It's like, if you want the total stock market, you want, you know, conservative, you want a dividend still, you want growth, I like VTI. Speaking of VTI, VTI's dividend is also scheduled to pay out this month. I believe it's 98 cents a share. that they will be paying out. VOO will be paying out, I think, $1.78 per share. Now, remember, VOO's dividend is higher because VOO is like almost twice as much as VTI. So, of course, right, it should be higher. So it really does kind of, that's why people always tell you, like, you really don't need both VTI and VOO because they kind of even out when you do the math. So shout out to all of you guys because both of them are great funds. I love SCHD. We got JEPI's dividend already for December. So you guys have to stay tuned for our total dividend income video for December when it comes to the taxable accounts. But I will have another video out probably the beginning of January because I need to get all the dividends from all the accounts in. So like all of the Roths, the HSA, the 401k. If you want to see how much we made in like dividend income from all of those, I will have a separate video for that. But like, guys, one reason why I'm doing all of this legwork now is so that we can get to our goals. Like, I'll be 40 next year, and I went over my husband and I's financial goals for 2024 in a workshop that I just had this past weekend. So shout out to all of you who joined me in that workshop. I have another workshop, I think is December 30th. So I do have limited seats. Sign up if you want to sign up. I think it's $10, which is like really, really cheap. And I'm in there over an hour, give you free trackers, really, really good time. And so one of the things I try to tell people all the time, especially with your goal planning, is to be very intentional, be very realistic, reach for the stars when you can, and be consistent. But when you're not consistent, it will kill any goal, any dream that you have. I don't care what it is. You have to force yourself to be consistent when you can. Now, life happens, things happen. You can't control everything, but the things that we can control, remember at the beginning of this video, I said, my therapist told me there's a difference between a legitimate reason and just making excuses. We have to really stay committed because guess what? Time goes by. And that's why I'm always asking you guys, what did you buy this week? Because I feel like having that accountability, not just for me, because I show the stuff on the channel, but for you who may not have people in your lives where you could kind of go and say, hey, I invested this week. Hey, I got a dividend this week. Hey, I paid off this credit card this week. A lot of people don't have accountability in their real life. So over here on my channel, I really wanted to create that for just a normal investor. Look at me. I'm in my car. I'm not in a fancy studio. I'm not like putting a lot of like FUD out there. I try to just be consistent through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like for a regular investor who are like myself, just working, trying to build wealth for their family. This is what you'll find over here with the accountability piece. And so, from last week, I will have a clip up on the screen that you'll see. Everybody who left me a comment, I will heart your comments and I will put them in a clip just to motivate anyone else who may feel like, you know what, maybe I'm just starting. Here's your motivation. Maybe you are kind of in this for a few years. Here's some more motivation, right? You want to continue to keep that fire going so that in 5 years, in 10 years, you'll have your desired end, right? You will have the goals that you set for yourself. One of the things that one of my pastors always talks about is faith without works is dead. You could wish all day long, right? We could wish. If we don't do anything about it, we're not going to see the realization of it. And so over here again, be consistent. Let me know what you bought this past week or what you're buying this week. I'm excited for our VTI dividend payment this month. I'm excited for JEPI and JEPQ Realty Income, which is my favorite monthly paying dividend stock. Again, just really kind of staying focused. I'll do like a quick portfolio update right now. So in M1 Finance, you'll see the current balance here. In Interactive Brokers, you'll see the current balance like somewhere right here. And then you will see Robinhood up here. Those are just 3 taxable accounts. I think the total is like a little over 157,000. And just to see the dividend payments that we're getting every single month. Now we will have to be taxed on this, and the broker will manage all of that. And when you go to file your taxes, they'll tell you, okay, this is how much tax you owe and all of that. But I tell people often, you're gonna have to pay taxes on most of the income you make. Why not pay taxes on something you did nothing to earn, right? When I am investing in dividends and I get a dividend, that's 100% passive income. And if I buy and hold long term, I don't pay as much tax as I would, let's say, in a high yield savings, which I do have to pay taxes at my current income tax rate. So all of you who are investing in the high yield savings accounts, you will have to pay taxes just like me in our high yield savings come tax time. So you really have to pay taxes on anything. You will never hear me on the channel tell you ways to not, pay your taxes, because I don't want to get in trouble with the IRS. But anyway, if you have deductions and credits, like if you're a homeowner, a business owner, things, a lot of times people will get refunds from the government. So, continue to invest, continue to buy and hold. I do not trade options. I get asked this question often. Do you write covered calls since we have like a lot of positions with over 100 shares? No. I stay in my lane, and I realize that I don't have to do everything that everyone is doing, because that may not work for me. Again, I show you the actual accounts, like everyone show you their actual accounts? I show you the accounts so that you can see. If you want like the boring way of investing, if you want just something where you can just invest and kind of go on and live your life, this is just something that I like to do, because again, I'm a mother, a wife, I have a special needs son. My daughter will be 18 next year. So there's a lot going on in her life, and I want to be available for that. And I can't be available for that and constantly, on an investing app, worrying about, is my position up or down? I just really don't want that for myself or for my family. But whatever you decide to do, make sure you believe in it. Make sure you are committed to the process. Make sure you understand what you're doing so that you don't lose your hard-earned money, okay? As always, again, thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks so much for watching. I'm so excited about our payday today. I have a couple of paydays this month when it comes to our dividends, but today was SCHD's day, and that $371 and some change is going to work for us. So again, if you own SCHD, let me know what you own, how much you made. If you want to, let me know how much, because we're going to encourage everybody. You know how I do over here. No judgment zone, right? The small amounts, the large amounts, it's just the consistency. A lot of you started with a part of a share, and now you have 25 shares in the span of months. Just seeing how being consistent, being better managers of your money, how far it'll get you. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you need the dividend book for next year, I have a dividend spreadsheet, all of that good stuff. Check out the links in my description box below. Until next time, y'all already know, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.